Hi, it's Don Sanders, and I want to thank everybody for turning out during these difficult times. And today, the webinar will be selling products during the coronavirus epidemic. And what I mean is it is an epidemic because business has just changed forever. And what I'm going to try and do today is teach you how to survive and how to prosper. And all the great suppliers on the screen make these webinars possible. I'm not going to read them out. You can see all of them, and every one of them is a supplier that I have bought from for years, that I would vouch for, and Distributor Central is one of those who makes these possible. And Tiffany Tarr is on the line with me. I've known Tiffany for quite a long time. And at the end of the presentation, she's going to do a brief session about how to use technology to improve your business. Are you there, Tiffany?
I am. So Don, thanks so much for letting me join the webinar today. At the end of today's webinar, I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking with you about technology that you can use to improve your business and to streamline some of the things you might be doing. I think that right now, with the current climate, I think every small business has areas that they could probably improve on. And sometimes when things are really crazy and busy, we don't take a look at some of those technology tools that you could use to streamline your business and take an opportunity to maybe update your website and update content so that you can communicate what your company does to your customers in a more robust fashion. So I think that there's an opportunity right now for distributors to make some improvements, and we're going to talk a little bit about free technology that you can use from Distributor Central to do that. Don's going to talk about some of my very favorite suppliers in the industry, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what those suppliers have going on right now.
Well, Tiffany, thank you, and let us get started. And please, when we get finished here, listen to Tiffany. She's the sharpest mind in the industry on technology and can really treat you correctly. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is taking notes. Notes are very important during the presentation because I've got some great offers from suppliers, self-promotion offers, and you should take advantage of them because suppliers are going to help you. You need to depend on them to be an important part of your marketing going forward. Just like I have a Lexus Springs coupon up there, a Drumline coupon, also a Burlacamp. These are all great suppliers that will help you in a pinch. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Don Sanders. I've been in the promotional products business for a very long time. I've sold a good bit of promotional products. The thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that I've made 43% profit on my orders over the years. I am also a speaker at industry shows. I am still a distributor. I don't sell as much as I used to, but I still sell just like you do. I spend most of my time today running this website, sellpromoproducts.com, that makes these webinars possible. And if you thought tariffs were a problem and you were having a problem getting things delivered from Chinese companies back a month or two ago, this virus is even more of a disaster. Right now on the screen, you're seeing a post from February 11th, and I included this in my last webinar, telling people how to adjust from buying from overseas manufacturers and buying from American-made suppliers. 8 great American-made suppliers are all opening and functioning right now to help you with your orders. I was talking about that then, and I thought that was a problem, but it is nothing like what we've got going on today. And with the virus in place, you've got to adapt the way you run your business. You cannot keep doing it the way you've been doing it if you want to succeed. Most distributors are not going to change. They're going to fold their tent, they're going to run off and hide, and they're going to go down the drain. Now, what you've got to do is realign your customer base. That means maybe there's some people that you don't need to be calling anymore. Limit argument with suppliers. When a supplier talks to you, don't argue with them about price. Don't give them any flack. Work with them to process your orders. That will help you in the long run. No excessive price checking. Don't run around getting 16 quotes on a magnet order when you are going to get a price from Quickie, who I would recommend, and they're going to treat you right. Spend the time looking for customers. Be open-minded and willing to change. And stay off some of these crazy chat sites that will tell you all kinds of things that are not true. Use your own judgment, and let's qualify everyone that you meet. A lot of distributors don't do a good job of qualifying. Don't spend time on bad prospects. And if you can do these things, you're going to come out all right. And I've got a great self-promotional offer right there from 3M, 250 of these calendar-sized pads they've got for $75. And I'm telling you, offers like this are ones you need to take advantage of and start sending things out to your customers. Just like Quickie, focus is a health on how it affects customers. You need to primarily focus on selling health-related items. The magnets that Quickie makes are for public awareness. Quickie is in Ohio. They are open for business. They are a supplier who's going to treat you correctly. If you'd like to have a magnet selling kit, you can email info@quickie.com. They will send you one, and selling products focusing on health will be the way to go forward. Now, obviously, the virus has brought out scammers, and you've got to know how to deal with them. You've already lost some of your business. You can't lose any more of it. So you've got to react to scammers properly. Don't be like that poor man on the screen right there. He's losing business to scammers, and he does not know what to do. And here's an example of something I got this week. I have no idea who this supplier is or where they are located. They're claiming they can ship 5 million hand sanitizers anywhere in the world in 5 days. I don't believe that. As far as I can look at it, I don't care if they sell masks, hazmat suits, hand sanitizers. These are all things that they are saying they can provide. Stay away from suppliers like this. I'm getting about 8 or 10 of these crazy emails a day. Buy from reputable suppliers. Now, you've got to point out to your customers that bogus sellers are prevalent. They've always been prevalent, like that character on the screen right there with that cigar. He looks like an ornery fella. I bet he doesn't admit who he is on his site, but he will tell you anything to get your business. And in fact, the state of New York also just sent a cease and desist letter to televangelist Jim Baker, who was selling a silver solution product that didn't even work. And I got that from ASI program just as an example. If the scammers are not just for the promotional products business, they're also for everyday life. So be careful about that. Now, you do not lose clients to bogus sellers if you do certain things. You've got to avoid mistakes. You need to use direct mail networking. I used to say that was direct mail marketing. We're going to talk about direct mail networking. We can't network the way we used to. We're going to talk about offering creative ideas. You need product knowledge. You've got to utilize social media correctly. You've got to create referrals going forward, and you've got to qualify prospects. You just can't spend time on phony people and ones that are not going to buy from you. And Burlingame is somebody that will never let you down. Burlingame's got a great offer on the screen right now, and every product that's made in their factory is US made. Now, even before the virus, and I talk about water in every one of these webinars, so if you've heard this before, just stay with me. Bogus sellers are everywhere, especially in the water business. And right now, water quality is paramount. People's health is on the line, and you need to be buying water from a supplier who keeps their water it comes out of the ground from a spring house and is in a new stainless steel tank like Alexis Springs and Mount Ida, Arkansas. A lot of the bottled water that they compete against was sewer water that goes into a water treatment plant whose average age is 47 years old. And that water is cleaned. It will not kill you, but it is not the type of water you want to sell. And instead of beating people to death trying to sell hand sanitizers, start selling alternate products. Water is a health-related product as long as it is good water. Spring water keeps clients healthy. And according to the Center for Control and Prevention, hydration is important in keeping you healthy. And a thing I learned this week is infants and people with weak immune systems should not drink tap water. So instead of selling wet wipes or masks, show people spring water. And if you point out to them these facts, they will be impressed that you know what you're doing. And there's a great coupon for Alexa Springs on the screen right now. I can't vouch for them more than I am. Here's something that I pitched 2 months ago about aging water pipes unleashing raw sewage in Fort Lauderdale. This is even as bad as this virus. Sewer water is just running all over the streets down there. That water will eventually go to a water treatment plant or a processing plant. A lot of bottled water originates from those sources. Spring water is needed now more than ever, and a lot of people don't know the difference between purified water and spring water. Well, purified water won't kill you. It has been cleaned enough, but it's coming out of a stream, a river, a lake, and drains, and then cleaned in those old water treatment plants where that water coming out of that pipe right there is spring water. It is natural. It is filtered to make sure every impurity is out of it, but it is more healthy. And look at that woman right there saying, what's in this water? Well, who knows what water she's got? That's also a valuable selling point that purified water suppliers cannot use. They can't put on their labels natural water, pure water, low mineral content, etc., which you can with Alexa Springs. They have 7 shipping locations. It's alexasprings.com. If you want samples, you email Brian at alexasprings.com, and there's their phone number. There's a coupon on the screen. They're located in Coppell, which is close to me. I've known people that own that company forever, and I vouch for them. Another thing that you've got to watch out on bogus sellers is product recall suppliers. There are a lot of electronic suppliers who sell power banks that are faulty. Sunjoy is one of the suppliers that I know in the electronics business that's never had a product recall. There's a great coupon from them on the screen right now. You can email them at samples@sunjoy.us, what we call that, and Sunjoy will treat you right. So don't fall for electronic scammers because they're going to be out just like the water people. Now, difficult times can get better. And the way that I've always gone through difficult times, I've gone through the financial crisis in Dallas in the late 80s. 9/11 affected my business when I was a distributor the way I was. 2009, the financial crisis affected all these people in my industry, or there were distributors in Dallas, but I had standards, and my standards kept me going straight. Maintain a strong belief system, never be intimidated by suppliers or by customers, walk away from those bad orders, eliminate bad customers. Now the time is ready to get rid of the people that are ornery to deal with and avoid those suspect suppliers. I can't stress on you enough. There's a great coupon for Burlap and there is a nice coupon from Logo Mats. We're going to talk about selling mats because mats keep buildings clean. Now, one way to protect yourself from scammers is to show your abilities. Tell people how good you are. Tell people what you've done. Testimonial marketing sheets. I transport this, not transport. I give this information to people electronically, like through emails. I also have cards printed up with these statements on them that I send to people that I want to do business with that know that I have been doing this, and at least the people I'm talking about showing you on the screen, they wanted to do business with me. So start collecting testimonial marketing statements from your customers. They're at home right now. Call them up on the phone and ask them. Say, you know, I'm not bugging you about selling anything. Would you say something good about me? I'm trying to expand my business. 99% of them will say, you know what? Happy to do that. Great coupon right there from ID Line. Eric Johnson's on that suppliers. And that is the best name badge supplier in the industry. Now, before we start getting customers, we've got to solidify our base. What we've got to do is make sure we don't lose any more business so we can get going further ahead. What you do now with your current customers is going to determine your fate. Do not be passive. Do not fold up your tent, lay on the couch and watch Netflix. Even though I love to watch shows like Narcos on Netflix, I know that if I watch too many Narcos, it's going to cost me my customers. So I am staying active today, and that is going to make sure I'm successful going forward. Now, your customers are listening. They're at home. They're reading their texts. They're listening to their voicemail messages. What I am doing is trying to call my customers. I am leaving them voice messages. I am sending them text. I am sending them emails. I'm sending product videos. We're going to talk about that. I've got a great source for those, Southern Plus, and I am mailing product flyers. Another good supplier for that is the same one, Southern Plus. Be active. Don't be a pest, but be active. You will be glad you did when we get finished. Now, this is what I was pitching with networking 2 months ago. This is out when we could bump elbows then, I think. Now we can't do that because we can't get that close to somebody. I was pitching that you go to networking events to find prospects and to find potential Facebook likes and people you could communicate with LinkedIn. But you can't do that today. And I was pitching buying a mat with your logo on it from Logo Mats, which I still think you should do that, because I used to go to networking events, and when they come back, I would take a mat like that with my logo on it, take it to a chamber event, put that thing on the floor and stand on it. I've done that before, and you cannot believe how many people come up to me and say, Don, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But you know, when they tell me I'm crazy, that means I got their attention. That's why I kept this slide in here. Stand on your mat when it changes. And Logo Mats, there's a great 5% off an order coupon. I'm going to talk about them a little bit more, but networking has changed. So networking now is going to have to be done through mailing and deliveries. 70% of distributors do not employ consistent mailing programs. They have not used direct mail. Oh goodness, don't you wish you were using direct mail? I was, and some other distributors were, but this is how you're going to network for the foreseeable future. Do what others do not do. Now, Harvey Mackler owns Gympire. I have known Harvey forever. He is a fine human being. He has great self-promo offers. You're seeing those on the screen. I am pitching these suppliers to you because they help me. They pay me to do these webinars. I'm being honest. But I never will take money from any supplier that does not do the right thing. And Harvey is as good as gold. There's a great coupon from Gympire. And if you want to know about those self-promo mailers, it's Harvey at gympire.com. Cloth Promotions, I've been working with them since they started 10 years ago. I have had Lynn's Cleaning Cloth business cards for 10 years. You're seeing the one that I'm currently using on the screen right now, opened up. You see my shoes. I'm not talking about branding in this webinar. I use shoes to brand myself. They have helped me get a lot of business and make me noticed. We're going to do another webinar here in about 10 days, and we'll talk about branding and how to get customers. But for this webinar, I'm just going to show you a great mailing item, which are these, they're Lynn's cleaning cloths. Now people call them cleaning cloths because they'll clean phones. I used to introduce myself to people at chamber events. I'd ask them for their phone, their glasses. I'd clean their glasses, clean their phone, hand them back to them, and just say, you know what? How many of these do you want to buy? Well, we can't do that for the next 2 or 3 months, but we can mail them. There's 2 images up on the right side of the screen, the cloth I was using before this, and I have sent Lynn's Cleaning Cloths in holiday cards in November to all my customers and prospects every year for the last 5 years. And the one at the bottom of the screen is one that I folded up, put in a regular greeting card. And those were pictures of me at Leonard Brothers department store back when we used to go see Santa. Another great self-promo item to mail is from Drumline. Drumline's up in Stuttgart, Arkansas. That's the home of the World Duck Calling Contest. In case you don't know, I didn't know until I started working with them. That's a huge industry, but that is a supplier that was a printer that has turned itself into one of the best suppliers in the promo industry. They have what they call is the world's best business card. This is a little jotter pad. There is mine with my logo on the front and back. Each of my pages has Don Sanders Marketing. This is something that you could put your logo on the front, your information like I have, and see where it says cell phone, not C-E-L-L, S-E-L-L phone.com. You can get these, and on the back of this, you can put websites, services offered, addresses, photos, slogans, social media icons. You can tell everybody what you do, because after the downturn, you can't just be selling promotional products. You've got to be offering other services. So if we go through this again, you'll be protected. And if you've got jotters and you've got cleaning cloths, you are good to go with mailing with messages, because you can tell people what you do. Drumline is 800-284-2456, but you can email Gaddison at drum-line.com. Now, let's not do any nitpicking. I know distributors that spend all their life trying to beat suppliers up on price. Oh my goodness, I've got a magnet order. I'm going to pay 31 cents for one supplier. Well, what if I can get it for a quarter? You spend all this time trying to make 4 or 5 cents more when you should be taking that time looking for customers. Don't be like that grass man. I have a neighbor like that. I don't know if they're crazy enough to cut their grass with the scissors, but they nitpick people to death. No price shopping right now. Look for customers and increase supplier connections for long-term benefits. Just think about it. When this turns, the suppliers that have been not hassled by people are probably going to deal with the ones who didn't hassle them instead of these nitpickers. So let's build our supplier relationships too. There's a great free money coupon from Burlingame, and there is my terrific self-promotion offer from 3M. Now, Facebook is for business and fun. Right now, networking comes from Facebook. I post all kinds of crazy pictures on my Facebook page because I want people to know me as a human being, not as just some person down on the street. There I am at the ASI show. I was a couple of years ago with a steer. I'm there on the right with Wayne Newton. I got up on the stage with Wayne Newton for 60 seconds in the show at the Flamingo Hotel. That's back when I had some hair, but I don't know when that was. But people just ask me all the time, Don, how the heck did you know Wayne Newton? There are my 3 office workers. From the right, that's Betty. To the left is Gracie. And the small one is the Ruber. I love pets, and people connect with me about pets all the time. And there is Joe Fina with me at an ASI show. And I'm going to talk about Joe Fina a little bit because he's got some antimicrobial products and the coolest bottle opener you've ever seen, which we need to sell after the downturn. Now, here's a perfect Facebook post, and I want you to listen to this carefully. As hygiene standards increase, mats will keep facilities cleaner and enhance images. They don't kill mats, they don't kill germs, they don't repel them, but they keep dirt and different things from coming in buildings. I've sold a lot of mats in my life, great profit on these things. But you pitch people and customers that, you know what, you need to keep people safe coming in your buildings. They will know you know what you're talking about. I posted this right here from Logo Mats, appearance, labor, health, involuntary acts. It also tells you all you need to know about that. And by posting this and having samples from Logo Mats, I got from M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com. And Miles is a real good friend of mine, and he went to Auburn. So if you've gone to Alabama or Ole Miss or something like that, please don't dislike him because he doesn't know any difference. But here is what happened to me by posting that information on Facebook. Grand Bank was in my neighborhood. They were a customer of mine. They were buying rental mats, which I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. But I posted that hygiene thing on my Facebook account, and Robert Gossett, who runs Grand Bank, said, Don, are you making that stuff up? You're from Fort Worth. People make stuff up all the time. I went, no, Robert, I am not. And they bought mats from me based on that Facebook post. I had failed to sell them to him in person, but when I posted it on my Facebook page, he actually noticed it. And the cool thing about logo mats is they put your name on the back of the mats. It says Don Sanders Marketing 3x5. I actually got an order from somebody going by Grand Bank and turning the thing over and saying, you know what? I saw a mat of a Grand Bank. Can you sell those to me? 5% off coupon from Logo Mats in Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com. I posted this on Facebook too about the spring water. I took off one place right there and put my Don Sanders marketing card. I posted that on my Facebook account to all the people I knew about dirty, nasty water. And after I did that, I sold this order to Grand Bank. I guess they got germ phobic or something or wanting to do things better. But the water they had said purified water by reverse osmosis and oxygenated for taste and quality. Well, I didn't even know what that was. I found out that all that meant is that was that sewer water that had been treated, all stripped of its minerals. Doesn't taste very good. I said, Robert, you're going to keep germs out of your building. You need to give people healthier water. So by posting the facts about the water, I also sold them water from that had, but the logo, because I sold them Alexa Springs, I changed the logo to We Cherish Your Health. So the water included is the finest quality, natural spring water. I'm not making it up. I posted that and got these orders. Alexa Springs is right there, their coupon. I'm going to give you their email address, brian@alexasprings.com. If you will email him, he will send you samples. Now, more social media orders are going to be created now than ever before. The percentages on the screen, I came up with those before the virus. There were 84% of orders created by referrals, 30%, 32% by cold calls, 30% by networking, and 29% by social media. If you think about it, 15 years ago, before social media became prevalent, there were no orders created. So to come from 0 to 29%, I think that's pretty good. And after this virus is over, I think social media is going to create more orders than ever before. So I'm not kidding you about being active in sending that mat stuff out, sending that water stuff out, and different other things I'm going to show you. And Trainer Graphics is right there on the screen. They're in Syracuse, Indiana. They're open. That was the second order I sold in this industry. I'm not going to tell you how long it was ago, but that is a great company for napkins, paper plates, paper cups, and I'm going to tell you how to get a full sample kit from them shortly. Now, post case studies on LinkedIn. If you're going to use LinkedIn, tell people results of what has happened to other people who have used products successfully. Now, tout endorsements. Tell people those testimonial marketing things I told you to start securing. Make big headlines. Save your life today. Buy mats. Buy water, healthy water. Make big statements and do it frequently. Don't be passive right now. And LinkedIn is a great thing to post these case studies. There's my coupon from Harvey at Gympire. And if you haven't used Sticker You, that company is up in Toronto. They will do one sticker only. You should check out their website. They will do one sticker. I did 50 temporary tattoos from them because I wanted to, I've been thinking about getting a tattoo, but I didn't know where to put it. So I bought 50 tattoos and I put them on different parts of my body to make sure I wanted to see where it was. And they did them, and they did absolutely a great job. Now, this is a perfect LinkedIn posting. This is for breast cancer donor gifts. I got this off Southern Plus's website. They came up with an idea, or a distributor came up with an idea to how to raise money for a breast cancer awareness association. So they picked this pink umbrella, and then when that umbrella gets wet, the logos pop out on it. How cool is that? I would post something like this on my social media. And there's also videos from Southern Plus about this stuff, southernplus.com. And that's a supplier who cares. There's a great coupon from them. And I'm going to tell you why they care. I got this about 10 days ago from Brandon Craig, I know. He sent this out, and it's a pitch for Southern Plus, but that is a nice man who is very caring, and he wants to help you. They're offering interactive catalogs, product video. That's the email that I got from him up there in the yellow box. But Brandon will help you. I know him very well. There is his card on the screen. It's Brandon at southernplus.com. If you email him and say, you know, I watched Sanders' webinar, tell me, what do I need to sell and who do I sell it to? He will tell you. I've seen him at power meetings do his presentation. He really is a good person. And here's something I got today from him. It is the most amazing thing. This morning, I just put this in the webinar because he sent this about selling aprons. Here I am telling you what I think you should do. And I didn't even think about selling aprons, but with people at home, companies can send these to their customers who are at home because everybody's cooking at home now. How about aprons for the time that we're at home now? I didn't even think about this morning, and I am till this morning, and here I'm telling you that I know what I'm doing. I didn't even think about this. This is a great item, and it is perfect for staying at home right now. Brandon at southernplus.com. Email him and tell him you want to sample that apron. I feel dumb because I didn't even think about this till I opened up my inbox this morning. Southern Plus has 87 product videos to email your customers. They're short, sweet, and to the point. I would be emailing my list of customers a different video every day, as well as posting them on social media. These are cool little videos that make your customers know that you are thinking about their well-being. They also have 40 custom flyers. The flyer up at the top right has my Don Sanders marketing logo on it. It's really easy to strip your logo in there, either straight line type, like over here where it says the Asbury toad on the left. There's the space up in the top right where your logo would go. The umbrellas down here, second from the left, there's the space for your logo. The Sterling Toad logo would go up there at the top. These are really cool products. Southern Plus is not a junk supplier. I know them well, and they've got cute, effective ways for you to communicate with your customers. Now, Kathy at southernplus.com can help you with the flyers. Okay, here's my last pitch on Southern Plus. Thank you for putting up with me on this. The Brandon at southernplus.com has those product ideas. Here's a 5% off coupon from them. They make umbrellas, outdoor chairs. Those outdoor chairs are going to be something to sell come the fall. When we get back to football, I think we will have football, and tailgating will be prevalent. Now, let's hear from a supplier that I know, Ken Burlacamp, and I am making the statement down there at the bottom that I would trust him with my life. I have known Ken for a long time. His grandfather or his father started, I think his grandfather started the company back in the 20s. They've been in business ever since. He is making the statement right there that he is well stocked because they're a USA made supplier and they have been deemed essential. And there are companies that are buying, and I'm going to tell you about which companies are buying, should be calling on in a little bit, but they make like stock badges. These are American made badges. They're not cheap, phony badges. They're good. You can get a complete sample kit of all Burlacamp products from emailing sales@burlacamp.com. Now I'm going to show you why Ken, I've known him so long. Up there at the top left, that's got to be from the early 50s. I believe here in the middle, I believe that's his father and his mother at a show. On the right is another show that Burlacamp did many, many years ago. And there's Ken to the left, at the left side of the screen, when he started working for his dad and working booths. There in the middle is when I met him at a PPAI show back in the middle 80s. And there he is today. This is a solid USA made supplier. You can call him and say, you know what, give me some ideas. Sanders says you know how to sell this stuff. Well, tell me, what do I need to do? Or you email Ken at burlacamp.com. That's a great supplier. Now let's talk about selling on price. There are a lot of distributors that all they know how to do is sell on price. They're not creative enough. They don't know what to do. And distributors that who have been selling on price, they're even going to go try and go lower now, which is almost impossible. They'll make no money, which makes 0 cents to me. I do this to make money, not to do people favors. Now you need to drop price-based accounts right now and start searching for full price accounts, because those that have been selling on price, they're going to go away. And when they go away, there is opportunity for you to take their price. Another thing is avoid these mega suppliers. And I'm going to tell you specifically why in the next slide. But inventory problems were bad for them back when the Chinese importing problem came out. They changing their prices, their poor customer service. Those big suppliers can't keep customer service people trained, so they don't know what to do. They were late on their deliveries. But avoid mega suppliers. You can call Harvey Mackler, 813-902-2691. You can directly call him. Do you think you can call direct to the owner of one of these mega suppliers? You don't even know who that is. You want to talk to Harvey, he'll talk to you. After all, who has the better burger? The Burger King or the mom and pop hamburger stand? Well, I would rather have the hamburger from the hamburger stand. Better quality, better thought. And look at all the things about Gympire. Unconditional product guarantee, on-time deliveries, yak, yak, yak. I shouldn't say yak, yak, yak. But those are statements that Harvey lives by. Now, there's what a mega supplier told me 2 days ago. I entered an order back the 1st of March before this got so serious, and my order didn't ship. And so I got a little bummed about that, and I called or I emailed them 3 times. And on the 3rd, that's the lame message I got back. She understands I'm looking for this or that. And they've had so many people calling, it's been impossible to reach out to customers. And the reason being is they were selling the heck out of they were selling the heck out of hand sanitizer and blowing off the orders in-house. They saw opportunity and they sold those orders fast and blew off their current orders. I got this, I'm not making this up. Made me so mad. I just thought, what is up with that? You don't fulfill your current orders, but they're doing that. And there are 2 suppliers on the screen, Pepco and Trainter. They would never do that. Those suppliers would do your order before they took a new order. Now let's talk about selling customers unaffected by the virus. Funeral homes, delivery services, pest control companies, home-related services, retirement homes, healthcare. These businesses are booming. You should be out calling on them, and specifically funeral homes by Mats. And Logo Mats has got samples for funeral homes. M. Wadsworth at Logo Mats LLC. And down at the bottom are samples, are images of retirement home mats. I used to do a lot of mats for retirement home because they need those, and this is a fact, to make sure that walkers or people with canes have a steady place to start when walking in the door. Keeps them from slipping coming into a facility. Big liability on that. Mats help that keep from happening. So funeral homes and retirement homes are 2 that I've had personal experience with selling mats and turning out big orders from them. Let's talk about that water again. Spring water is needed when people are stressed. Funeral homes buy water. Spring water is more healthy, even more important now than ever before. Funeral home business, mortuary business never goes down. There's Alexa Springs. You can email them, brian@alexasprings.com. I'm going to give you that email address in a minute. You can call them 866-291-3446, and they'll send you samples to start showing funeral homes. Now let's talk about work at home products. Right now, there are so many people trying to work from home or working from home. Go to your customers and say, let's send something to everybody you got working at home. That is the greatest idea in the world. You need journals. You need things to keep organized for homeschooling. Work from home products are needed now more than ever. And Drumline sent me this. They've got a whole line of journals that can be used for homeschooling or people trying to keep up with what's going on paper. Paper is more effective than anything you put on your cell phone because it comes back to the mind quicker, and that is a fact. Big, like Apple, all of their salespeople or whatever also have journals. Somebody told me that, so I'm going to go with it being the truth. But I think journals mailed to customers saying we're thinking about you while you're working from home, I just think that's a great idea. And Drumline has got I've got a coupon there for a Gator journal that I pitched a couple of months ago for them in a webinar, which has like a Gator cover. It's really, really cool. And there's Gaddison, that's Gina Addison, Gaddison at drum-line.com, and she'll send you a sample of a journal at absolutely no charge. Now we need to think out of the box. A lot of y'all have been selling cups, but you've been selling cups as drinkware. How about selling cups for other uses? Out of the box thinkers, which you need to be thinking out of the box now, reveals that plastic cups can be used as containers for supplies, pens, and pencils. Send these, and children could keep Play-Doh in them. I don't know if people use Play-Doh anymore. They can keep Crayolas in them. They can keep paints in them. Put a catchy logo on there, or put a logo on there, and then put some kind of tagline on the back about keep yourself organized. This is how you sell now, taking my products and adapting them to the time. Now you can get stadium cups from C. Victorin at PepcoPalms.com, and Pepco has a great price on stadium cups, on the 16-ounce smooth and the 12-ounce smooth, 44 and 42 cents. Pepco is a great supplier. I've helped them for a long time. All American made down in Lane City, Texas. Here's another Pepco product that they provided me this the other day. Send care packages to your customers. Care packages could be a group of items that they've gotten together to send to people for canceled or postponed events. If events have been canceled, you need to come back to your customers, send them a care package, maybe a magnet, maybe a pennant, maybe a Bolero mug. That's what they call those. I believe these are Bolero mugs. It might not be Bolero. I don't know what the name of it. I'm just being honest. But that cup is so cool. People get that at home and they feel good that the event thought enough about them. And outdoor signage, if you're not selling outdoor signage, you need to be, because people are out walking now more than ever. So putting outdoor signage up in your neighborhood, on paths, walkways, more people are going to be using and seeing these signs than ever before. And Pepco makes those. You can email C. Victorin at PepcoPalms.com and tell her you want to know about the care packages, or you want a sample of an outdoor sign. That's something I came up with 2 days ago. Just think about it. People are noticing things while they're out walking. And let's talk about creative introductions. I talked about the lens cleaning cloths. I talked about those jotter pads. Gempire has seed paper products. What a unique self promo this would be to send with the gifts that you're sending out. Like include this with a journal you're going to send to your customer. And distributors using unique self promos, this is not me saying that, outsell those who don't 70% of the time. That's according to Counselor Magazine. And you can get these seed paper samples from Harvey at gempire.com. And we're getting up towards Earth Day. What great products seed paper cards would be. Now, here's something that irritates me more than anything. A supplier that, a distributor that has an automatic reply on their email. Pitching this webinar, I would send them out to distributors and then I would get replies back. You cannot believe how many I got. Our offices are closed due to the COVID-19 virus. We are monitoring our email. If I was a customer and contacted you and you sent me that, I would never buy from you again. I would think if you ran off and hit on me, I'm not interested in doing business with you. Stop these boring automatic replies. Instead, set you something up like I'm showing you on the screen. Thank you so much for mailing. I will get back to you quickly. I'm going to tell them that I'm searching for products and ideas to help them. And then I'm going to recommend a product. Check out the Color Me Now products. They're a terrific item for parents with stay-at-home children. Please let me know and I will send you samples at once, and then include that graphic of those Color Me products, which I showed you before early. They also have those in magnets. They have them in pennants. They've got several things that can be colored, but what a great reply to people, because they think, oh goodness, I need something for my customers because they're children at home. This is a very inventive. Send emails like this, not this, we're closed and we're on the couch watching Netflix stuff. And you can get samples from C. Victorin at PepcoPalms.com or call them 800-527-1150. Now let's talk about Easter. If you want to save Easter, you know that Easter's not going to be the same at churches. I don't know if the churches are going to be open by Easter, but maybe they're not. But if they are, how about talking to churches or talking to your customers about sending customers a bunny foam hat? How cute is that? That is a perfect mailing to customers with happy Easter greetings. You go start calling on your churches, you call on people that were doing Easter events, they're going to go, well, we're not doing it. We're not going to have anybody show up. Well, why not mail a bunny hat to everybody? I guarantee you that would make them happy. Kids would get that, would want to wear that thing around the house. And besides the Easter bunny, Pepco makes them for 4th of July, Memorial Day, Awareness Month. They make all these silly little foam hats. They are so cool. See Victorin at PepcoPalms.com. Foam hats create excitement, and when events come back, these foam hats will be a great thing to show your customers. You want one of these bunny hats? Email C. Victorin at PepcoPalms.com, and she'll help you save Easter. Now let's talk about mat rental companies. A lot of distributors lose business to mat rental companies all the time. The problem with them is they don't change their mats very often. They get dirty, and right now we need clean mats. That helps people keep germs and dirt out of buildings. I'm not kidding you about this. It's going to be a big deal going forward. I would go after mat rental companies vigorously because their mats are not that good. They get dirty. For the same price as you rent mats, you can buy mats from Logo Mats that are better quality. They'll last 2-3 years. And you point out to your customers that buying mats is cheaper than renting them. A lot of distributors don't know that, but that is the truth. You get 5% off of an order when you mention promo code Sanders. Now, sell demand products now. ID Line is open. They're up in Minnesota. They have gaming mat samples, brand new product. They also have counter mats and they have a floor mat, but gaming mats are where it's going to be. These are for gamers. More people are staying at home using their computer. Young people are gamers. They love these big mats with 4 color on it, like that guy playing right there on this gaming mat, that picture I've got. And this is also a product to increase future sales. You can get a gaming mat sample. Sales at idline.com. ID Line also does name badges. I'm gonna pitch you on those two, because it's a great supplier. But sell gaming mats, antimicrobial mouse pads, products like this. You take them to your customers, they're going to be interested. They're not going to say, oh no, we don't need any more mugs. We got plenty of pins. We got plenty of t-shirts, the same old stuff. But if you pitch them on antimicrobial mouse pads, that is something that is needed now and in the future. And you can order samples of these from ID Line, Janders at idline.com. Okay, Devara, I told you about Joe Fina. We were sitting there at that show. Stop selling mundane products and sell health-related ones. They have antimicrobial badge reels, lanyards, pins, and they do not kill germs. They repel germs. When I first started pitching this, I thought they kill germs. They do not, but they stop the spread of germs by repelling germs. Now, all those antimicrobial badge reels, the pins, lanyards, J. Fina at Devara.com. Email him and he will send you samples. Products like this are paramount to be selling, just like temporary signage. I got this from 3M yesterday. 3M Post-it notes can be used for temporary signage as a door leave behind. Temporary notices, you put one on a car, a rental car that says this car was cleaned 1 hour ago. How about a pizza box topper? Local owned pizza places can buy these and put their ingredients, what they've got going on, their hours of operation. How about using it as a Hello Neighbor program? Perfect way to check on your neighbors by leaving a note on their door. Messaging with Post-it notes, that's more important ever. Stephanie Madej, it'd be sjmadej at 3mpromote.com. And here's some examples of using Post-it notes for signage. There are different ways you can post these in restrooms about washing your hands, do not enter, quarantine area, etc. Those will stick on mirrors, they'll stick on walls, they'll stick on windows. This is the way you start showing customers that you are thinking ahead. SJ Madej at 3mpromote.com. 3M's who I pitch on Post-it notes all the time, but this is an even greater application. Now let's sell less virus-like products. I didn't know this till Mike Stiller at Quickie told me. I emailed him and I said, you know, I'm into this webinar. What does Quickie have to do with non-virus products? And he sent me something I never even thought about, that they are used in people's personal space and kept in jackets and pockets. So they're not out like a pen, like a mug, like a tote bag that's handled. That's something that people keep with them. So it's less virus-like because it's not exposed to the elements as much. That's the way you can pitch key tags now. Not that, well, you want a key tag with your logo to keep your keys on. This is a great product. This is a selling point for you to tell your customers, hey, did you know that? They're going to go, you know what? I never thought about it. And they won't, because I didn't even think about it till Mike Stiller told me. But you can get a key tag sample kit from info@quickie.com. They've got those ready to go. Write that email down and email them. And that is a different idea selling wise for your customers. And there it is again. There's the ad for it, info@quickie.com. Now here's a product for better times. Get ahead of the competition. Start mailing bike shops now. Motorcycles are a big deal. When this virus thing is over, in the end of the spring, summer, people are going to be out on these bikes, and these motorcycle businesses are going to boom. Remember, that's Ken Burlekamp, the person I trust with my life. Sales at burlekamp.com, and they will send you motorcycle kick pad stands, which you need to keep a bike upright, and they also do motorcycle license plate frames. Now let's talk about a more positive product. Do you know that people with acrylic nails, they hate tech products because it wears out their nails? And if somebody goes and spends all that money on acrylic nails, they don't want to break their nails opening bottles and cans. Devara has this triple banger bottle opener. It opens those bottles, cans, and that other little squattier bottle there on that table. I took that at the ASI Dallas show. This is a cool thinking out of the box product that you can sell to any female-oriented business because it protects acrylic nails. Ideas like this are what make you stand out. Jay Fina at Devara.com, and he will get a sample right out to you. Here it is again, time to introduce new products. Retirement centers can buy these because senior people have a hard time grasping some things. Food and beverage, trade shows need items when they come back, and what a great item for colleges. I went to TCU and I was a professional beer drinker, so I would have loved to have had one of these, and there's the pitch sheet on it. Jay Fina at Devara.com. And tech will be an even bigger market. Start showing stickers to all your customers. Our mail stickers, computer tattoos, will be even more prevalent because people are using electronics more than ever, and that is stickeru.com. You can email Michael at stickeru.com, and he will send you a computer tattoo kit. Now, let the U.S. mail save you. Mail needed now more than ever. I mentioned that briefly before, but you can buy those Post-it notes as a self promo, write your notes on there, and then send the pad with the items that you're going to send to your customers, just like including the lens cleaning cloths or the jotters from Drumline. Now, that great self promo item, you can email your order and art to art@3mpromote.com. Mailing defeats the virus. I'm going to go on and on about this mailing. It is a perfect trade show stand-in to mail people things, and Cloth Promotions has self-mailers that include lens cleaning cloths and some of these other cool products they have, and you can mail and you can send them the addresses of your customers, and Cloth Promotions will do a complete fulfillment program for you. And there's a free setup charge. You see my shoes there on the screen. I have dealt with Cloth Promotions for 10 years, and I would vouch for them. Mail those cycle shops now. Be first in line after the upturn. Biker samples, sales at burlacamp.com. Here's another mailing from Southern Plus. You can email Brandon at southernplus.com. Start getting together your summer mailers. There are 2 mailers right there with my logo on it. I customized them, put that art on the disc, and went to the copy shop and ran 100 copies. Didn't cost me much, and I am going to mail those to all my customers. Floor mat mailers. There, we're back here with logo mats. They have the greatest mailers that will get you a lot of business. Remember, keeping germs and keeping dirt out of facilities. M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com. Here's 40 custom flyer choices. I've already talked to you about this from Southern Plus. I know I've gone on a long time about Southern Plus, but I know the owner of that company really well, Brother Adams. She is a fine person, and if she's got Brandon working for her, she's smart. If you want the flyers, that's Kathy at southernplus.com. How about mailing seed paper coffee wraps? This is Harvey at Gemfire, who I told you to contact. He has seed paper coffee wraps. Everybody drinks coffee. A lot of people are even drinking coffee at home in paper cups, and seed paper wraps would be a great item. Now, here's another mailing program from TradeNet. Tom Mertz owns TradeNet, great supplier. They do complete mailing programs. You can email info@tradenetpublishing.com. They will do all the mailing for you. Remember, you just are not going to be able to survive selling promotional products only going forward. You can also become a specialist in direct mail, and TradeNet knows what they're doing. I just got this morning from Drumline. They have a great EQP, less 25% deal on their best-selling journals. You get 100 of these at $3.50 each. Remember, start mailing things now. Wouldn't that be great to mail a journal and also the little jotter pad with your logo on it, and encourage your customers to buy journals to send to their customers, but you need to take the lead and send them to your customers. Gavison at drum-line.com. Here's Trainer. We're almost through with the webinar. Stick with me. Napkins. How about napkins to replace paper towels? Shortage of paper towels? Get some of these with your logo and drop them by your customers' offices when they open, or mail them. You can get as few as 100 pieces from Trainer. Remember, second order I entered this industry was with Trainer. I would stand by them. Shortage of paper towels? How about a complete napkin sample kit? And there's a free screen charge from Trainer. Earth Day is coming up. You know, there's been some talk about trying to open the country up here at a certain time frame. Not making a comment on that, but why don't we shoot for April 22nd? Earth Day is a big event. Let's use Earth Day as maybe as a way as we could get out a little bit, but companies are going to need to celebrate Earth Day, even if they don't have events. Jimpire, Harvey at jimpire.com has got seed paper products. He's got those cards we talked about. He's got coasters and he's got note cards. Start thinking ahead. If you'll call Harvey, excuse me, I gave you his number, or email him, he will send you these samples. Now, healthcare professionals right now have been at risk. They're putting themselves in risk every day to help you, those that are sick. They're going to need to be rewarded. You thought about this? Start contacting your customers to say, you know what? We need to reward people in the healthcare business, hospitals, daycare centers, whoever in the world has anything to do with childcare, healthcare, anything to do with this subject, they need rewards. Start being proactive and sell custom lapel pins or rewards to healthcare people. I bet you haven't thought about this, but that's a great way to get back in the game. Harvey Mackler will send you a complete lapel pin sample kit. Harvey at jimpire.com, and there is his coupon. Perfect business card for forward thinkers. Don't use those paper cards. Let's use bottled water as a leave behind and as a greeting. Here's the bottle that I bought for Christmas, not for Christmas, for the holidays back in December. That was the label I had with me was Santa. But there are my Don Sanders marketing bottles right there on the screen. You can show branded bottles to promote health. Take by when you can. Mail bottled water. Sell promotion bottles or Brian at alexasprings.com. Selling one gets you back in the door. Sticker U will sell one. Logo mats will sell one. One-off selling for both those companies will get you in the door. I sold one mat to a storage warehouse company, Macho Self Storage. I ended up selling 30 more. M. Wadsworth at Logo Mats LLC. When we come back, start dealing with people that you give money to. Parents in a rest home, sell them some mats. Love to go to JJ's Diner, sell them a mat. Someone in a hospital, sell them a mat from Logo Mats. And thinking out of the box, do you do a trade out with your vet? I do. Go up and see your vet when you can and say, you know what? Why don't I do your promotional products in return for you helping my pets? I've done this for 13 years and it saved me some good money. If you'll email Miles Wadsworth, M. Wadsworth at Logo Mats LLC, he will send you a complete mat selling kit. Style on up there to your vet and make the pitch. Dental business will be booming. I'm running along here. We don't have much longer to go, but I want to tell you about these things. Dental business will be booming. How about something besides another brush? The dentist I was going to gives me a brush every time I go. I got 47 toothbrushes. What if they gave me fresh spring water? How much money have you spent at orthodontist and dentist? Start showing spring water to your dentist or your orthodontist. And how about where you pick up your dry cleaning? Sell your dry cleaners bottled water. Remember, samples Brian at alexasprings.com. Same way with car washing. Cars are still on the road. The car washes, detail shops, valet parkers. Not much valet parking going on right now, but there will be auto dealers and car repair business will be booming. Start showing this to whoever fools with your car. Brian at alexasprings.com. Now, after this webinar is over, Harvey Mackler will, oh, and I spelled Harvey's name wrong. It's not Harvey, it's Harvey. I just noticed that. I've done a book called How to Sell Promotional Products. It is a 10-chapter book. We normally only offer one chapter, and Harvey will send that chapter to you because he likes to do that. But because of the times we're dealing with right now, if you will email me after this presentation, Don at sellpromoproducts.com, I will send you the replay of this webinar, and Harvey will send you the 10-chapter book. Now, here are the emails of everybody I've talked to. And I will be sending these to you after the presentation. And remember, if you want the replay and you want the book, email me. Now I'm going to turn it over to Tiffany right now. She is going to show her screen and she's going to tell you about technology, and hang on with her. She's going to talk to you 10 minutes and she will help you more than anyone. All I can say is I thank you for listening, and listen to Tiffany now. I'm telling you, she can help you. Thanks.
Well, thanks everyone for hanging on to today's webinar and taking some time to talk with me a little bit. My name is Stephanie Tarr, and I'm the Vice President of Sales at Distributor Central. And Distributor Central, if you're not familiar with Distributor Central, we are a completely free resource to you as a distributor within the industry. Distributor Central is sponsored by some of the very best suppliers in the promotional products industry, and they're doing that to sponsor you as a distributor, a free place where you can research their products, build websites, product presentations, company stores, product idea stores, that you can get those ideas over to your customers. If you're on today's webinar and you don't have a Distributor Central account, you can go to distributorcentral.com and fill out a little bit of information, and our team will get over to you usernames and passwords, and you can log in and start doing that. Just a really quick kind of just take a look at Distributor Central when you have an opportunity to do that. When you log into Distributor Central kind of operates in 3 different segments. We're a completely free resource for you to research all of the suppliers that we've talked about today, their product information, so that you can build quotes and proposals and order products from those customers. We're also a business management tool, so it's a complete CRM tool, as well as an order processing system. So you can use that to send those orders over to your favorite suppliers, and it's also a place where you can generate or create orders and order reminders for your customers as well. In addition to a website platform, Distributor Central hosts thousands of websites for distributors across the industry. We will host those domain names for you at no cost. You can build as many websites as you'd like to for your customers. Within Distributor Central's platform, there's several website templates that you could start with and use to build out a website. I always tell distributors it's as easy as typing text, or if you're somebody who wants to build out a completely custom website, the platform will allow for that as well. Distributor Central will give you all of these tools at no cost. I'm always available to answer questions, or if you don't have usernames and passwords, we want to make sure to get those over to you. But we will be available to answer any questions that you might have about using Distributor Central. I know that we've been kind of going on for a little over an hour now, but we have on distributorcentral.com, there's several webinars that you can register to attend if you want to take a look at those at your convenience, or and our team is available to answer any questions that you have about how to use the system and how to use all of this supplier sponsored technology at no cost to you. There's several other places that you can access technology tools to help run your business. I've been kind of monitoring some of the questions that came in via the chat. And one of the most common questions, Don, that I had asked was, if all of our customers are working at home, how do you get them? How do you get their at-home addresses to be able to send them direct mail pieces? Distributorcentral.com is a complete CRM resource. So if you're building out your customers and you're housing that customer information inside DC, you could export that information and use another free email client tool, maybe like MailChimp.com, and email your customer base, just telling them that you have a little something that you'd like to send to them with a form so that you can gather their at-home physical addresses and be able to get some products from some of these great suppliers to them as everyone's working from their home offices. The chat functionality on the webinar, we could use that if anybody has any questions on how to use Distributor Central or any information that I could get over to you. But I know that we've been on here for just a little bit over an hour, and I don't want to take up too much time. But again, Distributor Central is a place for you as a distributor to be able to access all of these suppliers' product information at no cost, build websites, build company stores, get quotes and proposals over to your customers, even while we're all working remotely and digitally. Don, do you have anything else that you'd want to cover?
No, I'm fine. I think we've gone a long way here, and just finish up. And I want everybody to know how much we appreciate them listening to.
I really appreciate it too. So, and I am actually getting a lot of questions all of a sudden in the chat with regards to Distributor Central. Do you mind if I answer some while we go?
Oh, sure, sure.
Okay. So Distributor Central's platform, this is what it looks like as when you log in as a distributor. So if I were really a distributor and I wanted to find maybe like a Logo Max product, all I would have to do is type in a word or a phrase that I was looking for one of my customers to start building out some ideas for them. And what it's going to do is it's going to go out there and look at all of the products that fit the criteria that I'm looking for. I could also use some of these search filters and functionality to start drilling down to the customers that I'm really wanting to do business with. Everything's organized alphabetically, and you can start using these filters to filter down. But once I start doing that, I can take the product information that I'm seeing here and start building out idea boards or presentation ideas. I can email these over to my customer. I could convert it to a catalog and add it to a digital website. I could email these ideas over to my customer. But you're going to see all kinds of suppliers that have ideas and product information to fit what your customers need. Everything that we do on Distributor Central is e-commerce. So when we're working with our suppliers, a couple unique things about Distributor Central is we require all of our suppliers to honor the pricing and product information that's housed inside of Distributor Central. Because that information is always up to date and accurate, we require our suppliers to honor that. Another thing that's unique about Distributor Central's product sets is that everything's on an e-commerce platform, which means not only is the product information orderable inside of the system, but it's also orderable by your customers on your website as well. So if you're using it to start looking for product information, you can also use it to build a website that your customers can use to look at products that you have access to and the availability to sell to them. We will host a domain name for you as a distributor at no cost. So if you have purchased a domain name from like a GoDaddy.com or what have you, Distributor Central will host that domain at no cost. Your customers it's never rebranded by Distributor Central in any way, shape, or form. But you can use those websites to give your customers the ability to purchase products from you online. When you log into Distributor Central and after you've started doing research and those types of things, here is our website hosting manager. And this is where you can see all of the templates that have been created that you could very easily use our website wizard, walk through the wizard, upload your logo, change a little bit of contact information, and you can have a website up and running in a matter of minutes. Our team also has webinars and tutorials and help guides to help walk you through the ease of putting together a Distributor Central hosted website. And we're seeing distributors build websites that are product specific or event specific, or maybe all encompassing for their companies. And Distributor Central gives you the ability to create all those different kinds of websites. And again, you guys can use the chat functionality to send any questions. I'm gonna do the best that I can to answer those. If you're using the system to search for products or build quotes and proposals, as you're doing that, you can certainly change the pricing information or adjust the pricing information that suppliers are providing kind of in a stock format. Maybe you're not charging your customer a setup charge, or you are bringing the products in and you're kitting them and you're doing some customization to the product before it makes it to your customer. The system will give you the flexibility to make those adjustments and those pricing edits so that you can get your customer over exactly what they need. Let's see what else is here. In regards to creating presentations, Distributor Central has a really great presentation tool that you can use. It's super simple. And in fact, we've done a lot of webinars this week on how to use the presentation tool. And I'll show you just really quickly. I didn't necessarily anticipate doing this, but I'll show you really quickly how easy using the presentation functionality is. I'm going to just pull another presentation that I've done. But once you've done a product search, you can save your product search ideas into lists, into product sets. So I've saved several so far. But if I wanted to put together a presentation for a customer on new spring trends or Tumblr ideas, the way that I would do that is I would just find some products that I'd like to send over to a customer. And all I have to do is click convert to catalog. Oops, I've got too many windows open up. All I'd have to do is convert it to a catalog, give it a name, and I'm just going to choose a presentation site that I've already created, and we can send over some more directions on this as well, and click convert to catalog. And I can update a presentation website or an existing website with new ideas or fresh ideas all the time. And anytime my customer goes back to that website that I've created for them, it's going to contain any new ideas that I've added. So without having to recreate it every single time or email my customer every time I have new ideas, I can put them on to a little presentation site that I've created for a customer. And then every time my customer goes back to that site and utilizes it, they will see new information that I'd like to communicate to them. So I'll show you what this looks like. I think I put it on this one now. So I had just created a little catalog that says today's ideas. And if this were really my customer, all I've done is just add another section on the website or a little presentation site that I can create for them with today's new fresh ideas. And I can go back and add more products to this at a later point in time. And it's always up to date and fresh content for my customers. And we'll make sure when we follow up on today's webinar to send out directions on how to do some of this stuff. Or you can reach out and we can answer any questions as well. These are just some of the things that Distributor Central provides to you through suppliers that are sponsoring Distributor Central. Our suppliers really want to make sure that all of our distributor customers have the very best and most robust technology in the industry. And that's why they've got product information on Distributor Central. So if there's something that we can do to help you, we want to make sure to do that. And if you don't have distributor usernames and passwords, please reach out to us and we'll make sure to get you over account or send you over your current usernames and password information. I will keep answering some of these questions that are coming in as privately or through the chat functionality, just for the purposes of time today. And today's webinar is being recorded, and when we do that, we'll follow up with additional webinars and additional training sessions that you can watch at your convenience on how to use some of the tools inside of Distributor Central. Don, thanks so much for letting me join and take a quick 10 minutes to talk a little bit about some of the things that we do
Tiffany,
for distributors.
You did a great job. And for those that are listening, I've known Tiffany a long time, and she's one of the most well-meaning people that I know, and she really knows what's going on. So take advantage of that. And as soon as we get finished here, I'm going to download the webinar. It's going to take a long time because it's a long webinar, but I'll have it up and ready. And then everything that I've talked about, everything Tiffany's talked about will be included. So we'll shut off now, and I will be sending everybody the replay link, and we will let you know what our next webinar is. And thanks so much for listening, everyone.